Shaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone, world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are. We extend you a very hearty welcome, very warm welcome. It's indeed a great pleasure to meet everyone wherever you are. And it is 29th of December of this year, where we all are sitting just 2 days away to roll into the 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, like a tsunami, there's something coming up in a technology in a very big way. And everybody is talking about today, would it replace us? Would it supplement us? Would it be complement to us? Would it be a threatening to us? Whatsoever it is, everybody is talking about artificial intelligence and the various tools which are coming up. It depends on how we are using it. We have got the expert today, and who is going to talk to us artificial intelligence in travel and tourism industry. And with travel and tourism, you have got hotel industry also, airlines already. You have got Make My Trip, Ease My Trip, Travago, a couple of other channels, and everything being taken care of. MICE industry is also coming up in a very big way. Meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions. When we talk about wedding tourism, destinations, medical tourism. Everybody is looking forward to best of solutions where you spend least of efforts, but you get maximum returns. Is becoming a highly competitive world. HR people are also having a lot of challenges because the selection of the new incumbents, new people who will be joining the various companies and corporate houses, they would also have a lot of challenges in the coming times. So having taken up this particular plunge in 2024 on 29th of December. We are giving you the teaser today for the artificial intelligence in travel and tourism industry, a big subject. Join me in extending a very warm and a very hearty personal welcome to Mr. Ajay Guliya ji. He is the CEO of ChatZY.ai. Pleasure to have you with us. It's indeed a great pleasure. Thank you, Ajay ji, for joining us and sparing your time. Today, of course, is Sunday, and I have taken some precious time of yours on a holiday. But well, with artificial intelligence, I'm pretty sure both of us, we can move ahead and we can help the entire travel and tourism industry. So kindly give us right from the base, because there are a lot of elders in the industry, there are a lot of youngsters in the industry, there are a lot of educationists, and they're all skill providers also joining. And of course, in the evening, this program will be viewed by non-resident Indians as well. So with that as an effort, we take on, ladies and gentlemen, while giving a very warm and a personal welcome to Shri Ajay Guliya ji, the journey for SMEs, small medium enterprise, because travel and tourism also is a part of it. Hearty welcome and a pleasure to have Ajay ji. Please take on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a kind welcome, and thank you for inviting me to deliver this webinar to the group of travel and tourism industry veterans and people across the world. As you said, I will start from where you said it's a Sunday and we are working. I think this is how the age of AI looks like, right? It's AI works 24/7, right? We as humans, work 6 days a week and 8 hours a day. Even 8 hours are not so productive enough because we take breaks, and that's where we are competing with. We are competing with AI, which is working non-stop, doesn't get tired. There's no attrition. There's no training required. 24/7 is available, right? So it's very apt day to, I think, talk about AI and see its impact. Not just and it's just taking every industry by storm, and travel and tourism is no exception to it. What I'll do is that I will build the case around why AI and what it is currently doing, and we'll talk about some use cases specific to travel industry. We'll see what are the typical challenges which people face in deploying such high tech, and what can be done, and what are the ways around workarounds it, how to make it work for you. right? So we'll talk about that. With the permission, I can start the presentation, and
Please go ahead.
then I'll go through it. Yeah, thank you.
Hanji.
Are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yeah, wonderful. What a beautiful picture. You're taking me without paying single rupee all the way to Statue of Liberty.
Thank you.
Hanji.
Uh, you know, AI is something that, people are, depending upon which industry you are and what kind of size of company you are, they are, dabbling in it. Some are implementing it at a very fast pace, some at a slow pace, some are yet to start. And tech is changing so fast, it can be so daunting for people to don't know what to do, right? So let's understand basically what are we, looking at, what is it that it can do. So, there are a lot of sectors which are seeing very fast adoption of AI. Among them is travel and hospitality is one part of it. Retail and e-commerce is there. Healthcare, life sciences is there. BFSI means banking, financial services, and insurance. Telecom is there. Media, entertainment is there. So across, so there are, if you look at these sectors, all these are the where you are touching people and masse, right? You're touching consumers, right? You are, it's more a B2C kind of a work that's happening, right? And why AI is doing very well there, simply because the use case is very huge, because you have, let us say, 1 billion customers to cater to, right? Now, how many people do you require to cater to them? Huge numbers, right? And then the challenges which come with those people, right? If you have to have people, hire them, train them, they try it, rehire them, uh, you know, uh, continuously ensure they work in time and ensure the costs are within the budget. So it's not easy to do it, right? So, and this adoption is going as a breakneck speed, as around a CAGR of 35% as we speak, right? And what is happening is with the AI, interesting thing which has happened is that if you look at, I don't know, few decades back, to create a 1 billion dollar company would require you to have thousands of, maybe, hundreds of thousands of people, right? And it will require decades to become a 1 billion dollar, right? And then internet came in and this got reduced to, there's a study which says that, you can, a decade back, you could have created a 1 billion dollar company by having around 200 people. There are many examples like Facebook and Snapchat, where we did that, right? With that kind of people, right? And now, but interesting thing is with the AI coming in, now the study says that you just need 15 people to create a 1 billion dollar company, because AI does that work for you of remaining people, right? And that's the power of AI, that if you use it correctly and if you use it prudently and implement it in a way which is productive, then you can easily scale up your business, even if you are a solopreneur. Forget about being a SME. I'm saying even if you're a solopreneur and if you know how to do it, because it is suddenly giving you multiple hands without having to hire those hands, without having to manage those hands, right? And it's working for you 24 by 7. You no longer have any constraint around language. If you want to target sitting in, let us say, India, a Spanish market, you don't have to learn to know Spanish, or a French market or a German market. It doesn't matter what language they are speaking, right? Or what time zone they are. You can have your sweet sleep for 8 hours still without breaking a sweat, right? So that's what AI is doing. So it's creating a lot of new opportunities. It is making it easier for companies to scale and easier for companies to make higher profits. So to me, it seems like a no-brainer. Either you implement it fast, or there is somebody else who will implement it and will ensure that you are no longer in the business. And things, and it works both ways, right? Is that if if you can create $1 billion company much faster, the reverse side is that companies will become even obsolete faster. Because if somebody is creating something, that somebody else is dying faster. That's what is going to happen, right? So that is what is going to happen, is that if you look at the again some statistics I'm talking about, is that in next few years 25% companies, 1 out of 4 companies will be forced to a shutdown. Why? Because their people who have implemented AI will be able to offer lower prices. They will be able to offer better service. They will provide highly customized services which other people will not be, because when you're dependent upon humans and a lot of humans, that becomes a problem. Or sometimes you have a cost constraint, you're not able to hire as many people as you want to hire, then what do you do, right? And therefore, what it sorry, yeah, my
प्लीज दिखाई दे रहा है जी, प्लीज गो हेड। हाँ जी।
okay, you know
Hmm. Is the large travel companies 750 approximately, 225 will close down.
you can see that, right?
That slide has come, ji.
Great, excellent. So look at the companies, right? Is that you will whether you are a large company or you are a mid-sized company or you are a small company, there will be companies, lot of them in each segment, which is closed down. But if you look at the SMEs, the impact is the most, right? And the size of the most, around, out of 2.5 lakh companies, almost 45% will close down in few years. As with the assumption here, assumption is that other companies will implement AI and will modernize themselves, will scale up faster, and therefore the business will move away from these companies.
Hmm.
Right? It's about, of course, they can do something else, but the business is going to move away from them, right?
Hmm.
So this inevitability needs to be understood, that the business distribution is going to happen on the mass scale. It's like, if you have ever been in Delhi, there's a market called Lajpat Nagar Market, okay? Very famous for 10-15 years back, it was a go-to market if you wanted a budget fashion apparels, any kind of apparel. It was a heaven for a woman of all age to go and shop there. Anything you want is available there, multiple choices, and at a reasonable rate. And now if you go in that market on any day, the crowd is maybe 10-20% of the crowd it was 20 years back, because the business has got redistributed to online stores.
The model has got changed
Model has
completely.
got changed,
Yeah.
right? And what is happening is that took around 10-15 years. But
Hmm.
but if you look at the history, the change is happening faster. With AI, it will not happen. It will not happen in 10-15 years. It will happen in 2-3 years, right? So that is inevitable, and we need to be, whichever industry we are in, we need to be and be ensure that either we are deploying AI, I say, or die. Okay, it looks very gloomy scenario, but that's what's going to happen. People who don't adapt, people who have been not not been deploying tech and thinking that they can work, it will be very, very difficult for them to survive going forward. And the speed which with AI is progressing and becoming better and taking over the different processes, it is a matter of, some people say a decade, some people say years, some people say months, right? And what is happening is that when you look at the SME segment, and why I'm specifically talking about SME segment, because that segment is the one which has got challenges, multiple challenges when it comes to deploying a high tech, right? Typically, if you are a very big company, if you are a like Make My Trip or a Ease My Trip, or Expedia, Travel Advisor, those kind of companies, right? Trip Advisor, those companies have the money, capital, they have the right, they can hire right experienced resources, they can hire best of the technologists or hire those companies to deliver them the best efficiency or the best way to increase their revenues, right? But SMEs won't. SMEs can't because they are constrained by all these things. They are constrained by capital. They are constrained by resources available to them in terms of manpower resources available to them, right? They depend upon not high quality resources. They can't afford to hire them or the number of resources they can hire, right? And therefore, they are the one which are going to get maximum impacted by it. And hence, we need to understand, what is it that they can do to ensure that this does not happen and they thrive and grow in spite of AI being there and big companies developing it, right? So, three broad things if you look at the challenges which SMEs face. The one is the tech expertise, right? That, 57% of small business owners, there was a survey which said they don't know what is AI, they don't know how to use it, right? And there's a scarcity of AI resources available anyway worldwide, right? And SMEs can't hire it definitely. In investment required to develop, if you want to deploy your AI model or you want to train your own company data into it, requires millions of rupees to do that. You don't have money to do that. Then how do you deploy AI then, right? And implementing it itself is a high cost, and running it continuously takes lakhs of rupees or $100,000 every month to do it, right? With these kind of costs involved, how does a SME integrate whatever is it that they have available with the current systems with the AI to ensure that the effort is minimum? That's the challenge that we are talking about, right? And the question that arises is that if the situation is so gloomy and AI is so difficult, then what can SMEs do about it, right? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. What I'm talking about today is that there are ways where SMEs can use the AI to their benefit to ensure that they thrive, they grow their business. They don't have to hire many hands to do that. They don't have to be constrained by either capital or by resources, manpower resources to be able to grow, right? So let's quickly understand what is it that can be done. Okay. As I was telling earlier when I started it, that almost 30% of tourism businesses have already integrated AI into their operations. Of course, out of this 30 will be much very large companies, and with a CAGR is of 35%. And what has happened by doing that? Their profit have increased. Why? Because they are able to personalize customer experiences. They are able to bring operational efficiencies into it and remove all inefficiencies. They can look at offering innovative service delivery models, and they are making their sales and marketing extremely efficient by doing it. Okay. Uh, so, what is it that a SME can use AI for, right? AI looks a big word. They'll say, oh, I never use it. For me, there's no use case for AI. It is only for the big companies. I think they're wrong there. The use case for small companies is that they can boost their sales, they can get more customers by spending less money. That's the first use case. Second is that they can do targeted marketing. They can do content personalization. They can do sentiment analysis of the people who are reaching out to them or who they are reaching out to and offer to market something. They can tailor their product or their offering in such a way that is micro segmentized and people understand what they are getting, right? They can offer round the clock customer support. You don't have to have people working for you 24 by 7 to do it, right? You can do it without hiring people because AI can do it for you automatically without a need for a person, right? They can deploy it to assist travelers with inquiries into bookings, itineraries planning, or giving a local information, right? They can, the AI, if deployed, can understand the queries, what you're trying to ask, right? What you're trying to know, and effectively solve your problem, whereby it increases the customer experience. There's a study which says that people prefer chatting with an expert rather than a novice caller because it does not help them. I'm sure everybody would have experienced it multiple times where you call up customer service of a company and the person does not know what to do. They transfer your call and the other guy again asks everything from the starting, what your problem is, and they keep on hold and it keeps on going on, right? It's a very, very broken experience which people offer. AI can remove all that. AI can smoothen the experiences. It can ensure that you reach to AI and it will answer your questions the way you want it to be answered in an expert manner without passing you through multiple loops to be able to get a resolution, right? And in multiple languages. You don't have to worry about whether you know what customer language is not, right? It doesn't matter. And it can offer all this high quality of conversational interaction or process automation at a fraction of a cost. जो आपकी human की the whatever the human cost is there to run all these things will be a fraction of it, right? You know, take example of, let us say that, let me give you an example of a boutique hotel, a small hotel, right? I was other day I was talking to somebody who has a villa in Goa, and they are deploying this solution. Now, typically for such people who have small hotel or small homestays, um, they don't have advertising budget of their own, right, to make their own brand. So what they do, they end up listing their properties onto multiple platforms. It can be Airbnb, it can be Expedia, Make My Trip, Trivago, all these companies, they do it, right? And what happens is that in the process, they their brand is not made. The brand is of the company they're listing it to, right? Plus they pay the commissions, right? Now imagine that if that company, while they can continue to list because they will not build their brand in a day, right? But if they were able to, if they were offer, if they deploy AI, what all they can do with AI. I'm giving example of simple hotel. We can do the example of a travel agency also similarly, right? So what a simple hotel can do is that, let us say that uh, you know Dr. Gulshan Sharma has booked a villa in Goa through Airbnb, right? What will happen is that immediately on your WhatsApp you are getting a message saying that thank you sir for booking our villa. I am your personal concierge and I will be available with you till the time you stay with us, from now till the time you stay with us, and help you with whatever queries you have regarding our property, regarding your stay, regarding travel, regarding transportation, and there it goes. And now the day you are traveling, it will give you a reminder that do you want to book a cab? Okay, if you want to say yes, a cab will be booked for you. You can use the cab to go to the particular hotel, right? When you check in, the immediately you check in, again a message comes to you saying that thank you for checking in. I'm available for any help you need. You want to order anything in FMB, I can place the order for you. You want to do the sightseeing, I can offer you for tomorrow what all you can do. I can book your cab and ensure that everything is done properly, right? And if you have any problem in your rooms, just chat with me. I'll get somebody to resolve the issue for you. And all this is happening seamlessly on your mobile phone without you having to call different people or call a reception to see a problem or to order something. You don't have to contact anything. Everything is happening seamlessly to you. When you check out from the hotel, you get a message for the feedback. You get a message to give the review. And then next year, I will reach out to you directly without going through Airbnb or a Make My Trip and say that, Dr. Sharma, your experience last time was great. Let us know if you'd like to come again and book. We can book in advance for you. We can offer you some discount around it. Right? Now, all this has been done without a single person. Right? No person is required. You just need a AI agent to do that for you. Now, that's the power of AI. Right? That AI can do so many tasks. Now, typically, you would require a person who's extremely proficient in customer service, extremely articulate, You will require a back-end person who can do the bookings, who can do the itineraries. You can, you normally have a travel desk, you normally have a front desk, you normally have customer service, you normally have three, four people doing it. A small hotel will not be able to afford it, right? So they don't do it, right? But AI agent can do all that in a jiffy seamlessly without having to worry about the cost. And the cost is very minimal cost, right? So what kind of AI agent are you looking at? You are looking at a platform, where you can, which has a configurable AI agent. When I say agent, consider it like a replacement of a human being, it can run processes, it can do things for you, right? Okay, which can provide, which will provide, rather not can, will provide a immediate, consistent, and multilingual support across all touch points, right? Which means that, let us say that if you tomorrow advertise on Facebook or on Instagram, and incidentally, if you look at the data for the travel and tourism industry, right? It is, there only up to 10 to 25%, 25%, people have the website. Only 7 to 10% have the social media presence. Why? Two things. One is that they don't see utility of it because they are selling it through channel partners. Second is that they find it costly to be able to hire people who can manage it for them, right? But with AI coming in, they can ensure that they can create their brand and across all the social media platforms, their website, right? And they can get business through that. They can earn more money around it. So not only are they saving money by not deploying manpower, they're earning more money by avoiding commissions, which goes to these big platforms, right?
Uh,
Um,
Ajay, Ajay
yes,
ji, Ajay ji, over here, something very important which people generally talk about.
yes,
There are two kind of worlds in the today global geopolitical scenario.
yes,
One are the countries which have got a huge population, and others where there is decline in complete drastic decline in population.
sure.
Now, when we talk about our demographic dividend and everything, India has become the most populous country today. So we have to absorb that manpower also. We got to skill that manpower also. We
Yes,
got to have some kind of an opening for them as well.
yes,
Now, challenge before us is much more and much deeper as compared to countries where there is a less population. तो
yes.
उस सिनेरियो के बारे में भी थोड़ा सा बताइए कि
Sure, sure.
हाउ डू वी कॉप अप.
Sure, absolutely. It's a good point, And countries like India and China, China is slightly declining, but still very populous country. They will do it. Let me just finish this and I'll just come back to you on this question.
ओके ओके.
So they can do this at a fraction of human cost, and that AI should be able to mimic a human agents, should eliminate all human efficiencies and available 24 by 7, right? So this is what a typical AI agent will do for you, a single agent, right? Okay, let's come back to what you were talking about. Is that if we are saying that you are replacing some bit of humans with AI, then what will those humans do, right? See, I think if you look at the history, 100-year, 200-year history, right? Industrial Revolution 1.0, and then after that automation happened in manufacturing, and after that computers came in, and then internet boom came in, right? You have seen the population has been growing only, it's not coming down, right? And employment also has been growing, and so has been the income of people. Because what happens is that when you get new technology, it provides more economic opportunities for people and the companies and the countries in general to grow, right, and become bigger. And therefore, they're able to create more jobs, relevant jobs for that skill, right? So we will have typically two kind of people, right? We'll have people who will learn how to use AI and thrive with AI, and then there will be people who will not. People who will not will also have jobs available, right? But those jobs will be more jobs which are more mechanical, manual kind of a jobs, right? Where and those jobs will never go away, right? Those jobs will still remain, right? Because you need, a machine. AI won't be able to do that for you, right? So when we are talking about, travel and tourism industry, for example, right? What AI can do? AI can eliminate a lot of your salespeople, your customer service people, your marketing people, right? Your concierge kind of a services, right? But it won't immediately replace, for example, drivers for a cab. But future may it will also, right? You'll have driverless cabs available, right? Okay. It will do that. But there will be people, for example, you need people housekeeping, you need people in F&B to make the food. Those things will still remain, right? So I think it's a matter of, as technology progresses, and when computers came in 30, 50 years back, people were afraid they will take away the jobs. Nothing happened, really. More jobs were created, in fact, right? Sure, in between, there's always a transition period where some people do become redundant, right? They either get reskilled or they fade away, and when new people come in, they are retrained in that, right? And that's the way the life goes. So I don't see uh, a threat to employment per se, but I see the way the world works will be different, right? And the people, it's like, there was a point of time I remember when, in my 20s, we used to swear by, normal camera with a Kodak reel, and we used to get those, photograph printed, right? We used to swear by that, right? There was no other way to do it. And now
Hmm.
nobody sees that, right? It's not that that tech was bad then, right? It's just that something better came in and people
Hmm.
adopted that. Kodak did not do that. So they faded away. It does not mean that, people got unemployed and mass. It did not happen that. People got absorbed somewhere else because the skill set which was there was used somewhere else to create something else, right? And that is going to continue to happen. So what I'm
Okay.
yeah, so what I'm talking about is that, the threat for SMEs is much, much higher because they are the people who use the tech least.
Hmm.
They have the least access to the capital or the expertise, right? And therefore, they need to ensure that they are not the. See, I'll give example of another example, right? It happened worldwide. In India, you can see it happening to the normal grocery stores, which we all used to have in our neighborhoods, right? They are all going out of the business because of big online stores coming in, right? You have those 10-minute deliveries happening, right? So nobody
Hmm.
wants to order. Old guys still, old people might still go and order. They out of the habit, but mostly people are very comfortable ordering from their houses to do that, right? Now,
Hmm.
why did that happen? Those kirana stores, had they modernized, had they, deployed some tech to offer what Zepto is offering of 10-minute delivery online, they would have
Hmm.
really survived, right?
Hmm.
So that is what is going to happen to SMEs if they don't, do it fast. What will happen is big guys will come and kill them, or absorb them, or take their business away, right? With so much automation happening, you can easily do it. It's not difficult to do that, right? So that's what. So what you're looking for is that, use a AI platform or a model which will offer you personalized support. And what AI does, it offers you contextual understanding. It can understand what you're talking about. I'll show you
Hmm.
some example, not of travel. I'll show you example of healthcare. I'll just ask a question, a free flow question, and it will answer me. You will not know whether it was AI or a person doing it, right? Okay. It eliminates the human error. Typically, you know, if you let us say, if you handle a customer service for a company, typically
Hmm.
you hire people, you train them for a month. Okay.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
after a month, they take almost 3 months to become the experts in servicing customers. So there's a lead time of 4 months before a person becomes really productive.
Hmm.
AI can do that in an hour for you.
Hmm.
So that's the time crunch you have done, right? And suppose, there's a rush hour. Let us say there is a rush season, right? And you need to then deploy more people to service them. Now,
Hmm.
those people will, again, you need to have a lead time of 4 months to do that, and then you need to fire them. Service is not great. With AI, you can scale up in a jiffy. Right now,
Hmm.
as we are talking, let us say you are getting 10 queries right now a minute. And for
Hmm.
some reason, something goes down, let us say telecom, Airtel, something goes down, and
Hmm.
you get 1,000 queries a minute. AI will not skip a beat. It will answer those 1,000 queries also. So
Hmm.
expertise, right? So that's how you reduce the human error, right? And
Hmm.
it evolves, the intelligence evolves over time, which will
Hmm.
become much better and better,
Hmm.
itself, right? And it is backed by your company data. Everything is data driven. It's not answering, taking the answers from the thin air. It is only answering what you have trained it to answer, right? And unlike a lot of call centers where you have to wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you get somebody, here you
Hmm.
can get answered immediately, right?
Hmm.
So that's what AI, correct AI deployment can do for you, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And
Hmm.
you get expert support. You get people like us who can help you to deploy that, understand your use case, and deploy it for you so that you can become
Hmm.
better. That's what you can do. how,
Hmm.
how it typically works, let me show you live example, and then I'll take you through the intricacies of how at the back end does it work. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.
So I'll just show you. Let me see if I can show you one example. Can you see my screen?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, healthcare assistant.
Yeah. So similarly, it can be travel assistant, it can be anything. I've just, opened this on the
हाँ
fly.
जी, हाँ जी.
Right? Now, typically what will happen is that I am asking it a free flow question now. Okay. I'm asking it
Hmm.
a question. It's a hospital, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Um, I have, okay, that's my bad. Let me try something else.
Hmm. And Ajay ji, the industry people would also be
Yeah.
very happy if you tell them where to start, how to start adopting artificial intelligence in our day-to-day work in the travel and tourism industry. क्योंकि
Okay.
एयरलाइन इंडस्ट्री ने तो अडॉप्ट कर लिया, एक
Okay.
आपके सर्च इंजन आ गए, सब कुछ है, टिकट बुकिंग
Absolutely.
से कुछ है.
Absolutely.
हाँ जी.
Absolutely.
But the travel trade per se, in depth, they got to adopt it.
Okay. So, there are multiple things. I think there is a hiccup here. Okay, let me. Okay, so here I am chatting, and I think this one is working fine. This is a fashion assistant. Okay,
Okay.
I'll just ask, can you suggest me, dress for a
Hmm.
party? Okay.
Hmm.
Uh,
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have got a very special session for all of you with Mr. Ajay Guliya ji. He is the CEO of our organization Chat
chat,
ZY. You gave
chat Z, yes,
Chat Z, Chat
chat Z,
Z,
chat
Chat
Z.
Z,
Yeah.
and we are taking up how basically to adopt artificial intelligence quickest, fastest, and the best possible way in the entire travel and tourism industry.
Okay, yeah. So you can see here, I am asking it a free flow question, and it's not a person answering it, right? Can you suggest
Hmm.
me a dress for a party? It is asking me for options. I said that, okay, you can give me some choices yourself.
Hmm.
So it gave me some choices, and this particular fashion assistant is meant for only women. So it's why it's
Hmm.
giving me the tops for women, right? Here,
Hmm.
three options were given. I can buy it from here. I can, it's asking me, what else I need to know. I say, okay, do you have I'll just say which one I like. Let us say, I don't know, maroon.
Hmm.
Uh, do you have
Here it comes. Maroon round neck side twist.
a large
Shimmer top.
size,
Hmm.
yeah, or maroon top? Okay,
Hmm.
writing
Hmm.
maroon top, not even everything, right?
Hmm.
You'll understand what it means. It says yes, maroon round neck. This top is available in large size, right? So
Hmm.
again, it has taken the data and answered you the question. Now, if you see the interesting part, right, it is behaving like a human because now, since I said I like maroon top, it is now asked, it is now trying to cross sell me some jewelry, right?
Okay. Along with the apparel.
Yeah. Sorry, आपको पसंद तो you like this, why don't you? I'll say, okay, sure.
uh, uh,
You know, give me some options, right? So it will now sell me some jewelry, right? So that's
hmm.
so like, and and it is doing it. So here are jewelry options. Okay. So now I can again pick and choose from here, right? Okay. So the idea is that this is how AI works, right? And it can also work in voice also. Voice, I'm
Hmm.
not going to give the demo right now, but voice works similarly, where you can talk to AI and it will be able to give you answer your queries around it. Okay,
Uh,
similar to that, right? So imagine now that you can do this for any of your use cases. When I was telling you about a concierge for your hotel, right? It will work the same way.
hmm.
Asking it the question, it is answering you. Instead of
Hmm.
fashion assistant, it will be concierge. It will be trained on particular hotel or particular property and
Hmm.
about the property and the place it is in and give you all the suggestions around it, right?
Hmm.
It doesn't take much to
Hmm.
train it or to make it work. So it's so
Hmm.
simple to do it, right?
Hmm.
In back end, how it I'll give you a few more things about what all other tools can be used uh,
Hmm.
by the SMEs. Let me
Hmm.
show you in the back end what is happening here. Okay,
Hmm.
I'll go back here.
Hmm.
I'll just explain it to you, right? So what is happening here is that you know wherever you are coming from, right? So your
Hmm.
customer can come from Facebook or Insta or WhatsApp, doesn't matter, Twitter, website,
Hmm.
Messenger,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter, right? What
Hmm.
happens is that the AI agent gets integrated with all those places, okay?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
AI agent takes over the conversation the minute customer starts conversing. The minute I asked it that suggest me address,
Hmm.
agent has taken over, right?
Okay.
Right? And it then qualifies the lead. When I told it that okay, it showed me some dresses. The minute I showed that and said that okay, I like this, it says
Hmm.
okay, lead qualified, right? Now
Okay.
now it can start selling me plus cross sell also kar diya usne. It also cross sell me, right? Okay.
Uh,
So all that is happening at the back end. The back end, the AI agent can do all these things, and you can make a AI agent even if you're not a techie person. Because typically these kind of platforms like a ChatG, if you look at the ChatG platform, it is a no-code platform, which means that even if you don't know tech, you can do it. Or very, very little understanding of tech, as long as you know how to operate a computer or how to, use a, simple thing like PowerPoint if you have done or a Word document you have made, you can easily use that document also, right? And similar thing, it works in case of service that, somebody
okay.
comes and they have a query, same thing will work. It will, in the
Hmm.
same fashion, it will work, right? So,
Okay.
so what it is doing it is that it is cutting all the, you know, uh, break in the customer journey, all the
Uh-huh.
inefficiencies for you, and
Uh,
quickly bringing you the fruits, the best fruits which you can, pluck and eat, right? Okay.
mm-hmm.
Now, let me show you some, more examples of tech which can be used, right? Another
Hmm.
thing which is very useful for, people is Canva, right?
Okay.
Um, Simply because, in travel and tourism, let us say if you have to make a brochure, right?
Hmm.
Or if you have to make a any pamphlet, or even if you design a website, right? In fact, you can make your whole website and design and publish it using Canva only. right?
Oh,
Yeah, and
great.
Canva
Uh-huh.
allows you to, so if you see here, let us say website. Okay.
So what Canva allows, आप कुछ कह रहे थे?
Yeah, yeah. So Canva allows you to do multiple things. For example, I can I can get the templates here, or I can just use the AI, for example, right? So I can use the AI and say that uh, magic, right? Okay, that um, uh,
Create a web page for travel
agency.
agency.
Let's see what it does.
Hmm.
So see, it's doing all the coding.
Uh-huh. Such a wonderful descriptive information so soon.
Let me actually go here. Sorry, let me do this. Is much easier to do it here.
Hmm.
Hmm. Here. Of course, you can give a better prompt. For example, based in India, focusing on this to create. I'm
Hmm.
just doing it very simply. But
Create a website for travel agency.
yeah,
Okay.
the idea is that idea about conversational AI is
Huh.
that it is truly conversational in the way that if you know English,
Huh.
you have to instruct it in English what to do, right?
Huh.
Like what you were seeing here, I am instructing it in English, simple English में बात कर रहा हूँ, right?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
That's what the beauty of the AI is now. It was not there
Hmm.
years back, right? So now it is going to generate the outline for the web page for you.
Okay. Okay.
So see, ये इतने का 8 कार्ड जनरेट किए हैं, ठीक है ना? I can add the cards. I'm saying continue. I'm just doing it fast so that now I can pick up a theme. Let us say that I don't know. I स्टैंडर्ड कर लेते हैं, जनरेट कर देते हैं. So now imagine when I was telling you that only as per the data, 25% travel agencies have their websites. Why? Because they find it tough to find people, get it. And a lot of time, if you go to somebody saying create a website, they say, okay, give us the content, right?
Okay.
Now here you don't need anything. It's been created now. See,
Okay.
now you have a perfectly nice and right correct English web page available, the single page website available to you, which you can just publish right now and you are done, right?
Okay.
Right.
Hmm.
So that is what AI is doing. AI is making life so simple for you, right? You want to generate nice pictures. There's something called ideogram
Hmm.
AI.
Videogram.
Yeah, ideogram.ai. Okay.
Okay.
So what you can do in ideogram is that again, now I have a, so you can create any kind of, pictures here. You can just give a prompt, okay? Saying that, I don't know, create a person being an airplane. Create.
what will you create? Create image of a person boarding an airplane at the airport,
It is in
which in middle of hills.
there is snow-capped hills. And
Hmm,
I can keep on, just, making the prompt as big as possible, right?
hmm. And as clear.
As clear. The more
Hmm,
you, right, the more you could do it, it will take some time to create.
hmm,
There'll be queue here because there's a huge in demand. So we will come back to this when, uh,
hmm.
I think it will take around 1.5 minutes, right? Okay.
अच्छा, अभी ट्रैवल ट्रेड के जो लोग हैं वो कहाँ से शुरू करें? आप ये बताइए कि अडॉप्टिंग एआई कैसे और कहाँ शुरू करें ट्रैवल ट्रेड के
I'll
लोग?
tell you. So the way, sir, I would say is that, and this what I was saying is that if people want to understand, I can help them. I can provide them free consulting, not a problem. They
हाँ
can
हाँ.
to me, and I want to I will understand first of all what is it that they are doing, and
हम्म.
where all they can deploy AI.
ओके.
See, because the idea is that, it shouldn't be so daunting a task
हम्म.
or so expensive a task that they don't want to do it. Okay,
ओके.
right? So,
ओके.
only when I know example, then I can tell them, okay, this is how you can do it, right?
हम्म.
I'll give example of one, travel agency which had come to me. I think in February there's a show which happens. I don't know
ओ,
what.
साटे साटे.
Yes, Sate, right? From the Sate, I was
It is
there.
taking place in month of February 2025 at Yashobhumi,
Yeah.
19th to 21st February.
Yes, yes. So I was there, and there was this. We got talking through a common friend to a gentleman who was running a small travel agency. Okay.
हाँ.
Now, uh, I was saying, yeah, you can deploy AI into it, and they were
हाँ.
like, but I don't need it, or why do I need it? I said, okay, forget about it. Tell us what is your pain point. Okay.
हम्म.
So he explained me his pain point. My pain point is that two, three pain points he told me. One he told me is that, you know, I keep sales guys, okay, who I give them the database and they do outbound calling to people to see if they have any requirement or no requirement. Okay. Now, problem with that particular model, he was saying is that one, people are tried very fast, they move away. Training them takes at least a month, month and a half, right? And if I hire very good resources, the cost is very high. If I hire cheap resources, they're not very effective.
हम्म.
This is one problem, he said. I said, okay, what else? He said, second is that people who come to us, now we
हम्म.
want to reach out to them again. Okay.
हम्म.
And
हम्म.
and we use calling for that also, right?
हम्म.
So he's saying that typically on any point of time, I have at least 20 people working for me. Okay.
ओके.
But I don't have any way to figure out how effective they are. Are they giving me complete ROI or not?
हम्म.
And
हम्म.
constantly managing the team is such a pain to do it.
हम्म.
Can you solve my only this problem? Rest I'll manage. You know,
हम्म.
I said quite simple enough, right? It's quite simple enough. You can do it by this is how you can do using AI. Just, whatever database you have, bring
हम्म.
it on WhatsApp. Okay.
हम्म.
Use a platform like a ChatZ where you bring it on WhatsApp, you do the complete campaign management there, you make a AI agent, and they go and chat out to all those people, and they do it
हम्म.
24 by 7 non-stop. Whichever leads get generated, that leads either will be closed by AI agent only or will be passed to your people who are experts, maybe key five people,
हम्म.
because sometimes you need to customize a particular package or customize the trip. So key five people who can do that for you, and rest you can let it go because they are not really being effective about it, right? Similarly, when people have already taken your services next year, create
हम्म.
a campaign automatically. You don't have to devote anything. You do it once, and every
हम्म.
time it will run on its own and generate leads for you, right? So suddenly, out of 20 people, you're using only five people for the same thing and becoming more effective. You don't have to bother about managing the resources or their training or worrying about are they working, not working, how many hours they've worked. It's not easy to do, right?
हम्म.
So giving an example of one place. Second example, like the example I gave you about a hotel was a live example which I have, which somebody is deploying, right?
हम्म.
This is a personal concierge because they were saying that we end up putting our property onto these platforms and they charge us huge commission. How can I avoid it and build my own brand? That's when I explained them that you can do it this way, right? So it depends upon what their use case is, what is it they're looking for, and I can suggest them something which will work for them, right? So they're most welcome to reach out to me. Let us see that has something. See here now. So this has been created. If you look at it, so these are the prompt created, right? A person.
Okay.
Now, suppose I had put there saying many people boarding the
Hmm.
plane. It would have shown me many people, right? So,
Hmm.
so it's giving me three options, four options it has given me, right?
Hmm.
This is the second option.
Hmm.
This is the third option. Okay, and this is the fourth. See, such realistic pictures.
Um,
Okay? Now you and typically what will typically people do? They will go to a graphic designer, they will go to a printer, they will tell ki please design my brochure. You don't have to do that. You can now directly open this in Canva. Okay, right? I can just open this in Canva for that. I need to upgrade this, but I go to Canva and in Canva, then I can just get this picture and design my whole brochure here only. You know, here if you see, I can design. There will be templates also here. Let's see.
hmm.
Here, let's see templates. So here you can design, of course, cards and all.
Hmm.
You can design, let us say you want to design what you want to design print products. Okay, you
Hmm.
design marketing material, you want to design brochures. So here you can design your own brochures in a jiffy. Just pick any brochure and just modify what you want to modify there, right? Just customize the template and there you go and just give it to a printer to print it for you.
Hmm.
or,
Hmm. Hmm.
or convert into PDF and you are done,
Okay.
right? So, these kind of a tools make life so simpler for people, right? So
Hmm.
combination of, Canva, combination of a platform like ChatG for customer interactions or for
Hmm.
sales or service, or using ideogram for generating, pictures if you want pictures, using ChatGPT, everybody, ChatGPT to create a content. You can create a content here, like,
Hmm.
let us say, I don't know, create a short introduction on following travel destinations. Okay. And
Hmm.
I say, I just give one, sorry. It will
Okay.
eight on one, but I could have given five of them, right? So now
Oh.
quickly you have the content, just copy it, paste it in your website or wherever brochure you want to, and you have it, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So with this combination of, suppose you want to research, right? Typically what people do, you use Google for research, right?
Hmm.
So from today, you will stop using, Google. Use Perplexity. Okay.
Hmm.
What it
Hmm.
does is that, unlike Google, right? Like,
Hmm.
Google, what it Google does, when you ask Google anything, it gives you 20 different websites, right? What,
Okay.
what this website does is that it summarizes everything for you. Let us give some info. Let us ask for some information, okay? That I am a travel agent.
Hmm.
Not even that. Let's not give a prompt. And just again, just ask it. Okay. Uh, what should we ask? I'm just thinking what to ask. Travel may, um, which are the best cruise lines? चलिए, ठीक है, इसी को ये पूछ लेते हैं,
Okay.
right? Okay. So now, if you see what will happen in Google, it will give you 10 different websites, right?
Hmm.
What Perplexity is doing is that it is giving you a summarized version of all that. It backend way, it has found everything, now
Hmm.
doing it for you. That
Okay.
best cruise line for families, these are the three.
Okay.
Luxury cruise lines, these are the three.
Hmm.
Value wise, these are the one. Best
Hmm.
overall rating, additional recommendations, and
Hmm.
ask some more questions if you want to ask,
Hmm.
right? So, life can be so much simpler if you use such tools, right? अगर आपको कोई भी research करना, if you want to do any research as a travel agent or a person in this industry about anything, try to use Perplexity. You will see how it makes your life so much easier. Otherwise, let us say if I were to ask the same thing in Google, right?
हम्म।
Let's see what happens.
पर अब देखिए, जैसे आपने परप्लेक्सिटी बताया,
हाँ जी,
आदमी शुरू कैसे करे उसको यूज कर।
ये देखिए। नहीं तो
हम्म।
ये शुरू तो कुछ नहीं, आपको जाके लॉग इन करना है इस।
अच्छा।
हाँ, कुछ नहीं करना है इसमें, मतलब सी लॉट ऑफ दीज टूल्स आर फ्री टू सर्टेन एक्सटेंट।
हाँ जी, पर बहुत सारे टूल्स हैं
हाँ,
और एक एक सेगमेंट के कई कई टूल्स हैं, तो आदमी कैसे समझ आएगी कौन सा टूल बेस्ट है, यही लेना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे करना चाहिए।
absolutely, sir. You are right. In fact, there are so many tools.
हाँ।
I was talking to somebody for everything. Let us say if you talk about photograph generation, there are maybe 20 tools, right?
हाँ, तो
Uh,
आदमी कौन सा चूज करेगा। हाँ जी।
right. So I think what should do is that, one, what I've told you few of the best tools available in the market, right? In my opinion, if you are, let us say, creating brochures for your marketing purpose, PDF brochures or normal print brochures, use a combination of Canva and Ideogram. That should do the work, okay? You want to create a content in it, use Perplexity, or you can use, Perplexity to research, ChatGPT to create a content, okay? This is I'm making it very simpler for people to use, okay?
ओके।
This will take care of your complete marketing and piece, right? You want to now talk about sales and service, use a tool like ChatZ, where you can create a AI agent and automate
हम्म।
that.
हम्म।
So now you're sorted. That's you don't have to worry about key out of 20 tools, you research all the tools and check. Now, why I am saying Ideogram, because we have researched all the tools, I find that the best. Okay. Uh,
हम्म।
Perplexity is one of the best competitors for Google. Okay,
ओके।
very very good tool. Chat GPT, everybody knows. Hopefully, it's very
हाँ।
good. For though content creation can also be done in multiple other tools. Let me show you another tool.
हम्म।
Ask the same question. Okay, uh,
हम्म।
so let's see. Claude. It also operates similar to uh, you know um, ChatGPT operates similar operates. So there are multiple tools like that. So how can you uh, create a short introduction of travel destinations in Manali or following travel destinations. Okay. Manali, I don't know what is else there. Gangtok. Yeah. So here, so depending upon your choice, now it's created it for you, right?
तो आपने परप्लेक्सिटी डॉट ए आई टाइप किया था।
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely,
ओके,
absolutely.
सो कोई भी चीज को, कोई भी टूल को लेके डॉट ए आई है।
Yeah, Canva,
नॉट नेसेसरी।
Canva नहीं है. फॉर एग्जांपल ये क्लॉड है, क्लॉड डॉट ए आई है. परप्लेक्सिटी डॉट, लेट मी शो यू टू यू सर.
क्लॉड। ओके।
ये है कैनवा डॉट कॉम है.
हाँ।
कैनवा डॉट कॉम है, ठीक है ना. उसके बाद में मैंने वेबसाइट बनाने के लिए गामा यूज किया था. गामा डॉट ऐप है टू मेक अ वेबसाइट और टू मेक अ
गामा।
प्रेजेंटेशन.
गामा
GAMMA.app.
डॉट ऐप।
Yes, APP. Yes, absolutely.
अच्छा, दिस इज फॉर डिजाइनिंग वेबसाइट।
You can design absolutely. You can design a
ओके।
website. You can do multiple things, but you can also design a website in this.
अच्छा।
You can create a presentation also from this, right? You can design a
ओके।
website. You can create a brochure also on this, right?
ओके।
Then I told you about Perplexity.ai, which is a search engine, which is
हाँ।
makes it much easier to search. It does not confuses you. It summarizes everything relevant for you.
ओके।
तो आपका काम, it saves your job. For example, tomorrow you have to write a blog. Let us say you are a travel website, okay? And
हम्म
you are writing a blog about cruise airlines. Now,
हम्म
you go to Google, you will have, it will show you like this,
हाँ जी
right? It will show you like this. You have to search from here. You have to copy paste. You have to create something of your own, right? Whereas,
हाँ
had you done the same thing here, it would give you the complete content. You just copy the content and paste, and you are done with your blog, right?
ओके
Life is so much simpler there, right? And
हम्म
Chat GPT is chatgpt.com,
हम्म
right? Chatgpt.com is done. And then
हम्म
ideogram is ideogram.ai.
हाउ डू यू स्पेल आई से
IDEO. What I can do, sir, is that I can just give it in the chat here.
हाँ हाँ
If you want, I'll just let me put all the tools in the chat here so that,
दैट रियली वुड बी नाइस
yeah,
chatgpt.com में
or I can do one thing here. Let me create a new slide here.
हम्म
Ideogram.ai. Okay.
हाँ जी
I'm just putting it here so everybody can see it.
वीडियोग्राम
Ideogram. I'm just doing it, sir.
हाँ
Just
जी हाँ जी हाँ जी ईडियोग्राम
give me a minute.
हाँ somebody is writing in the group, sir, I'm using both Perplexity and Claude, Claude.
Yes, yes, yes. I just showed Claude also.
Which one you suggest is the best for getting information or generating information? After a certain prompt command, it does not allow us it use the free version.
Yes, free beyond a point you won't be able to use it. So you'll have to start, using the paid versions.
Okay.
Of course,
हाँ जी
of course, beyond a point, though, see, if you don't have heavy usage, then it is, you can use it free. If you have
हाँ
heavy usage, then of course they will also want to make money out of it, right?
यस यस
Right. So
परप्लेक्सिटी का भी आपने एक टाइप किया था ना अभी
yes, yes,
perplexity.ai
yes, yes.
अच्छा
I'm just giving you all the tools which I just showed you.
और क्लॉड का मैडम बता रहे थे क्या था
I'll just show you Claude also.
अच्छा जी
Yeah.
ग्रीन येलो व्हाइट सिंपल मिनिमलिस्ट
Let me just see.
क्लॉड.ai
Yeah. Mm, Here, the other tool which I just showed you,
हम्म
and the final was chatg.ai.
हम्म
The other tool which I have showed you. So you can use these tools. So, tools, some of them are initially you will get free for something and then paid, but they're not very costly. They are, for example, I think the paid version per month is not more than, I think ChatGPT and Claude is $20. Um,
ओके
Canva is yearly paid is, I think yearly is around $3,000. So not very costly.
ओके
Yeah, it's not very costly. Ideogram is similar to, I think, $16 or $20 per
ठीक है
month.
लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल जैसे आपने कहा कि सिंपलेस्ट वेबसाइट जो है आप अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बता रहे थे
Gamma पे बना लीजिए आप. Gamma, you can use Gamma to do it.
हाँ जी
Gamma.app, you can use.
कामा डॉट ऐप अच्छा जी
Here, I was just showing you this website, right? I just created this website.
हाँ जी
You can use it to create a website. And
गामा डॉट
uh,
गामा डॉट ऐप
yes, and then here, this one, Gamma.app.
अच्छा जी
And then you can use it to, once you create it, then you can modify it.
ओके और इसके अंदर वो लैंग्वेज वगैरह आदमी को सीखने की जरूरत नहीं है
No. So whatever, so that's the beauty of,
एआई
these platforms, right?
हाँ हाँ
That you don't have to, you can, if you understand basic English, you have basic tech understanding, you can easily
हाँ
use it to do things on
हाँ
your own, right?
हाँ अभी आपने जैसे एक वेकेशन पैकेजेस का कुछ दिखाया था, क्लिप्स, एक स्नैप आया था।
हाँ जी, हाँ
तो
जी।
मेरा कहने का मतलब सबसे बड़ी चैलेंज ये है अजय जी कि जब इतने सारे टूल्स अवेलेबल हैं, इट इज
हम्म,
वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू फाइंड आउट कि इनमें से कौन सा ऐप इजी और कौन सा प्लेटफॉर्म स्मूथ एंड वेयर यू डोंट रिक्वायर टू मच ऑफ टेक्निकलिटी.
ओके। So, I think, I understand because, for us, people like us who, we dabble in it daily, in day in and day out. So we understand, we've used all the tools, we understand the tools, use them, what's new, what's not coming. I think the way it can work is that, as I told, earlier, is that if people have specific use cases, we can help them to find the use cases to deploy AI, right? And, and it's not just about using the AI for one particular thing, right? Because just using, let us say, Gamma dot app to create your website will not help you. Okay. Or just using Canva to create your brochure will not help you, right?
ओके.
It is about understanding how you can embed the AI in various parts of the business, be able to take it to the next level.
ओके.
These are very interesting tools to see, and people get attracted with that, right?
हाँ जी.
But in my opinion, the tools which are more which are more revenue generating, or which
हम्म.
help you to increase the revenue, is something like ChatZ, because that
हम्म.
is customer. The
हम्म.
customer facing tools are very important tools because that is where you are able to either service them better or generate more revenues out of them, right?
हम्म.
So it's a combination.
इसमें कोई ऐसा टूल भी या कोई ऐसा ऐप या कोई ऐसा भी प्लेटफॉर्म या कोई इस तरीके की फैसिलिटी है कि आपको प्रॉम्प्ट आते रहे कि इस सेगमेंट का ये नया एआई आ गया है,
Mm,
इन केस इफ somebody is interested,
sure.
तो
Look at that.
कैन दे गेट some फैसिलिटी ऑफ दैट काइंड, कुछ ऐसा है?
ऐसा नहीं, ऐसे मतलब there are, if you go to LinkedIn, I'm sure you will find some people who maybe are creating newsletters around this.
अच्छा जी.
But
अच्छा जी.
there are too many tools coming up and going, to do that, right?
But
I think,
but it is difficult in this flood to find out something really very meaningful, which is most appropriate for your setup and organization.
yeah, so I say that, for that, you need to do is that have one, use one AI deployment partner who can
Okay.
he keep on helping you with this. Otherwise, you will always get lost, trying to navigate yourself, right?
Okay.
And it's not at all costly.
Okay.
Our mission is to democratize AI.
हाँ जी, अभी ये बताइए मुझे अजय जी,
हाँ जी,
today being the second last day of 2024 and with lot of positivity we are getting into 2025,
yes, sir.
कैन वी वर्क आउट ए स्ट्रेटेजी कि
Yes,
हमारे जो ट्रैवल एंड टूरिज्म के लोग हैं एसएमई सेक्टर में,
yes.
उनके लिए कोई आप एक छोटा सा टीजर या कोई ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम या कुछ ऐसा डेवलप करें विच
Hmm.
इज नॉट वेरी कॉस्टली, विच इज नॉट टू मच ऑफ टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. मे बी हम संडे जैसे एक महीने के 4 संडेज में 2 आवर्स का एक प्रोग्राम हर संडे हो जाए और
Hmm.
एक 8 आवर्स के पैकेज में उनको ये समझ आ जाए, भाई अगर मैं टूर पैकेज बना रहा हूं तो ये चीज है, कॉस्टिंग कर रहा हूं तो ये है, और मैं इवेंट प्लान कर रहा हूं तो ये है, समथिंग लाइक दैट कैन बी वर्क आउट. और मे बी एवरी वीक यू गिव देम 4 5 टूल्स ऑल्सो. आज मैंने 2 घंटे आपको पढ़ा दिया, शेयर कर लिया इंफॉर्मेशन, ये 5 टूल है, इसमें पूरा हफ्ता आप इसको यूटिलाइज कीजिए अपने ट्रैवल ट्रेड में, अपनी
Sure,
कंपनी में, और फिर एक हफ्ते के बाद आ जाइए. कैन
sure.
बी वर्क आउट ए स्ट्रेटेजी ऑफ दैट काइंड?
We can look at that. We can look
Our
at that.
chamber would be more than happy अगर हम लोग कुछ ऐसा प्लान कर पाए तो that would really be nice.
Sure, sure, sure. Also, what I would love to do is that, take on live use cases if required of people, you know,
Okay, ठीक
to
on. अच्छा
understand
जी.
to understand what you problem they're facing, and then tell them that what can they do to, take care of that. See,
Okay.
ultimately, objective of any business is to increase the revenue
हाँ,
and decrease the cost.
इसको हम क्या कहें, टेक ऑन लाइव व्हाट?
Uh,
challenges or take on live issues या क्या क्या चीज?
वर्कशॉप होगी, वो जो आप द वर्कशॉप यू टॉकिंग अबाउट, द क्लास सेशन यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, राइट?
अच्छा जी, नहीं ऑनलाइन कर सकते हैं क्योंकि देखिए एआई की पावर तो वहीं आएगी ना, वन नीड नॉट टू कम फिजिकली टेक ए क्लास.
आई एम टॉकिंग ऑनलाइन, मैं क्लास, आई एम सेइंग
ओके,
ऑनलाइन.
online. Okay, okay, okay. One more thing. Does the strength of the Wi-Fi make any difference when you are utilizing AI tools? क्योंकि मैं अब आपको नॉर्थ ईस्ट लेके जाना चाहता हूँ. When we talk about Northeast India, there are some challenges of the bandwidth and Wi-Fi connections and getting the proper connectivity like you get in any other metro. So
Yeah.
how do we bring uh, how do we bring or how do we democratize the use of the AI for everybody?
So I think a few days back, I was in a quite a remote village. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
there was no Wi-Fi there, of course, right? So
Okay.
I was working on my phone mobile connection only, right?
And it was okay.
It was slow, definitely not as good as I am right now getting it, right?
Okay.
But it was working, right?
It was working.
It was taking more time.
Okay.
It was taking more time, but it was working. So it's not that it will not work.
Hmm. Somebody is writing in the group.
Yeah.
It would be the best idea that we start with using already existing some of the tools and to understand the features and start using them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would invite people who are, I can really help them on board, and, mm, the customer facing tool, if you want to look at, we can
Huh.
onboard some people on ChatZ. We can show them how it can be done very easily. It's very,
Hmm.
we can, you can check them how it can and how they can benefit by it, right? Complete
Hmm.
automation of the journey of sales
Hmm.
journey, because I think
Hmm.
one interesting thing people see is if you can increase your sales without increasing the cost, right?
Yes.
Right? Or you can serve the customers better so that they come back to
Hmm.
you. So these two
Hmm.
things, I think we
Hmm.
can, the way I look at these two are the top burning issues in any organization.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
we can take on that to start with, and then we
Okay.
can go into all good to have. Others are good to have. Which can be easily done, not a problem, right? But
Hmm.
the very important things which everybody struggles with. And
Wonderful.
I've spent 30 years in this industry, and I can tell you that SMEs struggle with it the most,
Uh, uh,
right? Mhm.
we would like to take this journey forward with you in 2025. We
Sure.
would look forward to your most valuable input, suggestions, helping hand holding, whatever we can do for our brothers, sisters, and colleagues into the travel trade, in hospitality, in MICE industry, in education sector, in skill sector, and of course, some word which you use, something very nice, customer facing tools.
Yeah.
That is also something very interesting. So next time we would like to know more about Chat ZY. You know what you have got. We would like to know about your organization more,
Sure.
and we would like to get a little more deeper into and look into that how in 2025 certain programs we can start with, and we take a new journey in the new year with new zeal and packaging something very innovative, which is demand driven, time driven, and technology driven, which we can take and we can go ahead with you. Thank
Sure.
you very much, Ajay ji. And if you would close your, this slide. Ladies and gentlemen, he has given the number also here, 9911075977. And he has given something very simple email for you. Hello @chatzY.ai. And his website is also there, www.chatzY.ai, which you can go through. Thank you very much. And now we can close this and we can come live. ये अगर आप इसको क्लोज कर लेंगे तो
Sure.
हम आपके फॉर्मेट में व्यू में साइड बाय साइड आ जाएंगे दोनों. ये आपकी
I'm
आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन क्लोज हो जाएगी तो.
I'm just closing it, sir.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी. So indeed, it was really nice, such a pleasure. And I look forward to many more such programs. And teachers की training में भी इसको कहीं use करें, capacity building में program में use करें. और अभी mentor और mentees के कई programs हो रहे हैं. National Council for Teacher Education is taking initiative. Ministry of Education is taking initiative. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is taking initiative. And Ministry of Tourism, of course, is there. And fortunately, the Honorable Union Minister for Tourism is also taking care of culture. तो जितने भी हमारे different events हैं अलग-अलग जगहों पर culture related, that could also be weaved in into this entire program.
Okay.
So we are so grateful to you. Thank you very much. आप आज आए, आपने टाइम दिया और हम इस प्रोग्राम को आगे लेकर चल पाए. So, ladies and gentlemen, with the artificial intelligence, we'll be traveling to next arena, and that is wonderful 2025. And I'm pretty sure, including me, each one of us, we have got a lot to learn from Ajay Guliya ji, and we look forward to that opportunity. Thank you, Ajay ji. Thanks for coming today. It was wonderful to have you with us. Thank you. And